Joining us now to discuss this, the host of The Balance, Eric Bolling. Of course, you see him every night at 8 p.m., and he's alongside me right now to talk about what we're seeing. Eric, it's pretty incredible when you see the crowds there, and you know, the passion that we knew this would sort of unfold. But now there's this new CBS poll. 80% of GOP voters say if Trump was able to be president, even if he's convicted, they're all for it.
You know, it just shows to the extent to which people who love Trump will vote for him no matter what. I mean, Trump's famous for saying, if I shot someone down Fifth Avenue, they'd still vote for me. And so he has a core base. It's probably somewhere around 40% of the GOP vote, maybe 30% of the, absolutely would vote for him no matter what. What he really needs to do is figure out if this is going to make him stronger or weaker. I'll tell you unequivocally, yes, this is making him stronger. For people who aren't Trump supporters, or people who are liberals who will come up and say, I'm sure you've had it too, I hate what they're doing to this guy. I can't stand Trump, but I can't stand what they're doing to him because this is America. No one should be persecuted, not prosecuted. So the perception, the perception is that this goes beyond prosecution, and it's far into the persecution realm, and people don't want that, and they're likely to vote for him just because of that. I mean, what do you do if you're the other candidates? I think Vivek Ramaswamy made a brilliant move today, who basically said, I'm not in this for me, I'm in this for Trump.
He went to the courthouse.
He went to the courthouse and said, he didn't suspend his campaign, which I thought he might have done because he hinted at a big announcement, but his announcement was, I'm backing Trump no matter what happens. I will pardon him if I become president.
It's a great strategy.
Yeah, a brilliant strategy.
But while we have sort of the court of public opinion playing out on the streets today, and like you said, the people who support him rallying, there's also just the court and the arraignment today. And, Jack Smith and his prosecutors do believe that, with this indictment, they have, the goods on Trump, whether it's Evan Corcoran's notes that they were able to pierce, the attorney-client privilege. I mean, there's also, he's got his legal team, a little bit of shuffling here for Trump. But as they go in today, it sounds like from everything we're hearing, they're going to have a lot of motions that they can file and just stretch this out.
Yeah, so the retention of documents, there's 31 counts of retention of documents, but they didn't ever mention the Presidential Records Act in that, so those will probably get thrown out. The one that really kind of looks like it could be a hanger-oner, so to speak, as far as the account would be the obstruction of justice, because there are some accounts that he moved the documents, tried to move them away from the FBI. The one I read the indictment, and one of them said that there's a discussion with one of his either lawyers or assistants that said, how can we get rid of some of these documents? The really bad ones is what they said in the indictment. I don't know if it's true or not, and they'll have to press them. But so obstruction of justice, you're not going to go to jail for obstruction of justice. I mean, if that's going to be the litmus test, I mean, you'd have to build a new jail for the politicians who would be going to jail for obstruction of justice. So this, I think if the Democrats' strategy was to derail Trump by these indictments and lawsuits, it's failing miserably. I'm not sure, though. I lay in bed at night and trying to figure this out. Maybe they do want Trump to be the nominee, and maybe they do realize this makes him a stronger candidate against the rest of the field, and maybe they think this is the way they're going to get him to be the nominee. So in their mind, they think Biden can beat Trump more than he might be able to beat another candidate.
We've heard strategists say that. I mean, you and I have been doing this a long time. We're really in uncharted territory with this arraignment today, though. It's incredible times that we're living in, and I think no matter what, it is sort of the bigger question is whether you're left or right. Is the government weaponized against not just former presidents, but any American?
Government has weaponized itself against conservatives right now. You've seen 50 former FBI chiefs and heads write a letter that says Hunter Biden laptop story is Russian disinformation, and then we find out it was all wrong. That is absolute proof that the government is weaponized against conservatives, period. You got a Biden at your name, you got a Clinton at the end of your name, or an Obama at the end of your name. You can do basically anything you want to do. You got a Trump name, and you're going up the river. They're going to try and send you up the river.
Selective prosecution. Let's see if the attorneys pull that out today. Eric Bolling, great to have you.
Good to be with you. Let's keep our eye on that courthouse.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Be a crazy day. But wait, by the way, 8 o'clock tonight, Trump's going to speak. 8:15, we'll hear what he has to say.
I know, right during your broadcast. So, again, we're all over it, folks. Eric will have his comments tonight. He's sticking around with me right now. And, again, a live look here is Trump expected to depart Doral over to the federal courthouse. We have team coverage for you right here on Newsmax today. Stay with us for the arraignment of Donald Trump.